An attorney?
Yes.
Are you my attorney?
Just for tonight's hearing.
Jeffrey Martinez, just out of the blue down here at the bottom. Number 14. Why?
I apologize, Your Honor. It's due to his status. We request that you do him first, please.
We gotta get our paperwork set.
Haven't been getting anything to eat.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Martinez, you are charged with first-degree criminal trespass. And I guess the state's asking for a $10,000 bond, counsel. It looks like he has a DOC hold. Is that right? So,
Your Honor, that's what I'm seeing as well.
okay.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I am asking just for a lower bond, given the DOC hold, given that he was assessed at a level 1. I think that's likely in part because he scored low on the failure to appear scale. I think that also is, again, because he has that DOC hold. Mr. Martinez had recently found housing. However, he is currently unemployed. I was able to read the interim complaint. I understand that it was continued from this morning's hearings. I would just ask the court to consider that he was ultimately compliant with the alleged victim's husband's demands, that he was honest with law enforcement and what he believed had occurred. And so given those facts and the Department of Corrections hold, we are asking for just a lower bond.
Oh, I'd be compliant too if someone came out with a gun. But anyway, I will order the defendant not to return to the incident location, no contact with the victims. I will appoint the public defender to represent him. No alcohol or illegal drugs, pretrial services. If the bond of $7,500 is posted, and the preliminary hearing will be December 1st at 1:30.
Thank you, Your Honor. May Mr. Martinez be excused?
Yeah.
Is anybody gonna give me?
Who's this?
Your Honor, this is the jail. Victoria Kemp,
Uh-huh.
Mordecai Johnson, and Kevin Riley all refused.
All right, let's see. Miss Kemp, I'll give her one more shot because this is her first refusal. So let us continue it till the AM. And then Mr. Riley, you say?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. How many times has he refused? Once, twice, 3 times. All right. I will find that he has waived his right to a hearing, or that he's waiving his right to be present at a hearing. That he's waiving his right. So, and I will release him. and hold him on a bond on the justice court case and appoint an attorney for him for tomorrow. And then who else do we have?
Mordecai Johnson also refused, Your Honor.
Yeah, I'm waiving his presence too. I'm sick of him being, so I'm gonna hold him on a bond and appoint the public defender. That's that one.
Good evening, Your Honor. This is the Spanish interpreter, and according to the list I received, I don't see there's Spanish speakers requiring an interpreter.
That
Would
appears to
you?
be the case. You can be excused. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Interpreter will disconnect.
All right, what's your name, sir?
Hernan Manuel Peña.
All right, you are charged with aggravated assault on a police officer and possession of dangerous drugs. And the state's asking for a $2,500 bond. Does Mr. Pena also have a Santa Cruz County hold, or am I seeing him on that? I forget. I think I'm seeing him on it, aren't I? Let's see. These are felonies, right? That I'm seeing him, you all, state defense on these Santa Cruz County warrants. It looks like they are.
That's what I see, Judge.
Yes.
Okay, so what kind of warrants, what kind of bonds do they have? All right, so Mr. Pena, on these Santa Cruz County cases, I'm gonna hold you on $1,000 bond on each of those and set a review hearing for December 19th at 9 o'clock to see if they're coming to get you. And then given that, counsel, do you want me to put a little bond on him for his other cases?
Yes, Your Honor. We'll just ask for a low bond based on his indigency and the fact that he's being held up. These out of county warrants.
Okay. So on this one, which is an ag assault on a police officer and a drug paraphernalia, okay, I will, with possession of dangerous drugs, or appoint the public defender, no contact with the victims, no alcohol or illegal drugs, I'm gonna hold you on $1,000 bond on that one also, and then the preliminary hearing on that one will be December 1st at 1:30. And then that should be it for Mr. Pena.
Monday.
Yeah, you're excused.
And we should be on a little bit of a misdemeanor roll. So
I don't know what order. I always think I do.
yeah,
What's standing up right there?
we have the judicial court, and then there's a separate one. So what's your name?
Kyle Dunn, KYLEDUNN.
Oh, see, we don't ever know. Okay, hold on a sec. All right, Mr. Dunn, you are charged with domestic violence, criminal damage, domestic violence, disorderly conduct. I'm going to order you not to commit any acts of domestic violence, and you need to come back to court, city court, January 6th at 1:30, or a warrant will issue for your arrest. You understand?
January 6th at 1:30. I can do that.
I'll give you paperwork. And that's it.
Okay, thank you.
Are these mine? They gave me this. Okay. What's your name?
Raymond Michael Gracia.
All right, Mr. Grassi, you got failures to appear at least twice on this charge in Marana from last year, January last year. So
They
I'm,
were,
what,
they were taking a bath in the river. Janet goes.
order you not to have any contact with the victim. And I'm gonna hold you on a $500 bond, and your next court date will be tomorrow at noon. And that's it, sir. I'd like to give a shout out to everyone who refused to appear tonight.
Yes.
Simon, signature. The one that's right there.
Want to hold out?
Yes,
There's
no.
the six. Thank you.
What's your name?
Brittany.
Chapman.
Yes, that's correct.
You are charged with domestic violence assault and 2 counts of domestic violence disorderly conduct. I'm going to order you not to commit any acts of domestic violence, and you need to come back to city court on December 19th at 9:30, or a warrant will issue for your arrest. All right?
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Released.
Right. 41. I'm in a 44. I'm in a. I got no fucking idea.
That's okay. Okay.
What's your name?
Amina Dupont.
All right, you're charged with 3 counts of domestic violence disorderly conduct and a count of domestic violence assault. I'm going to order you not to commit any acts of domestic violence, and you need to come back to court December 22nd at 9 o'clock, or a warrant will issue for your arrest.
Yes, ma'am.
You're released.
Thank you.
Gabriel.
What's your name, sir?
Gabriel Enriquez.
Right. Domestic violence assault, domestic violence disorderly conduct. Ms. Lopez, I see that you're on the line. You have a right to be heard on conditions of release like contact and return. Did you want to be heard?
Yes, please, Your Honor.
Go ahead. What did you want to tell me?
I just wanted to say that he is a really good dad. This all escalated pretty bad, and he has been a changed person throughout the years. His past is behind him. We have been going to church. We've been trying to fix our past issues with our relationship with our kids, for their kids. And I just hope that he is able to get out without any issues. And I would definitely like to keep contact so we can figure out our situation. Because I did not want it to go this way, Your Honor.
All right. Well, sometimes what I suggest is that I allow contact but no return, and then at the next court date, you can tell me how it's going. And then we can change that more or less. How does that sound?
That's fine, Your Honor.
All right. So I am going to say that contact is allowed, but no return to Miss Lopez's residence. You understand, sir?
Yes.
And then come to court, ma'am, because I like to know how you're doing. It'll be in front of me. January 6th at 1:30 is the next court date. So you need to be there, sir, or a warrant will issue for your arrest. And Ms. Lopez, you can come talk to the advocates. And like I said, we can talk again about how you feel about return at that point, okay? So right
Yeah.
now, sir, no alcohol or illegal drugs, no acts of domestic violence, and no return to Miss Lopez's residence, okay?
Okay.
All right, thanks for coming to court, Miss Lopez.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes,
All right.
you know.
That's it. What's your name?
Christina Harry.
All right, you are charged with domestic violence assault, domestic violence criminal trespass, domestic violence disorderly conduct, and a criminal damage charge. You are not to have any contact with Miss Gonzalez and not to return to her residence. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
No alcohol or illegal drugs, no acts of domestic violence, and you need to come back to court January 6th at 1:30 or a warrant will issue for your arrest. All right?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
You're released.
Nathan.
What's your name?
Nathan Soto.
All right, I am seeing you on a failure to appear on an assault, a drinking in public, and obstructing a public highway. So I am gonna note there you have a felony hold, give you a city public defender. I'm gonna release you on these. If you are out of custody, you need to come to court December 19th at 9 o'clock. If you're not, your public defender will talk to you about what you want to do with these misdemeanors, okay?
Okay.
All right, and that's it, sir.
Thank you.
Oh,
What's your name, sir?
Sol Maria.
All right, now I need the public defender. There she is, okay. All right, you're gonna waive charges on Mr. Murillo?
Yes, we would like to waive reading of the charges.
Okay, so this is from July 4th, it appears, at least. And the state's asking for a $500,000 bond. Counsel, did you want to be heard?
Yes, Your Honor, I would like to be heard. I'm asking the court to consider Mr. Murillo's age, and the fact that he has no priors. I understand that the allegations here are quite serious. However, he is low on the failure to appear and the criminal activity scales. He's 24, as I mentioned, a lifelong resident, and pretrial services was able to verify housing without I suppose anyone of concern in the home. He lives with his father. He is employed. These are unfortunate allegations, and I think that it's going to require more investigation. For all of those reasons, Your Honor, I am asking for pretrial services release. However, if that's not the court's inclination, I'm just asking for something far less than what the state is asking for, given what I've shared here.
Mr. Terrace, you want to be heard any more than your recommendation?
No, Judge, the state's recommendation is just based on the nature of the offense and the details in the interim complaint.
Okay. All right, I will appoint the public defender to represent Mr. Muriel Morales. Order him not to have any contact with the victim, no contact with minors, no return to the victim's residence or work, no alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm gonna hold him on a $300,000 bond, pretrial services if posted. And the preliminary hearing will be December 1st at 1:30. And that's it. We feel like we did. Did we do it, you say? I feel like, I don't know, did we? No, we haven't done it yet. I still have it in my. So in other words, what should we do with her? Okay, so she got more charges. Is that what that came down to? Okay.
Sure.
All right, so we'll continue Olson officers, since we have new charges, it looks like. I'll just set it till tomorrow and let you figure that out. All right, what's your name, sir?
Mario Luis Gallardo.
All right, Mr. Gallardo, you have failures to appear in justice court on criminal damage, threats and intimidation to criminal damage and other criminal damage. So I'm going to appoint Anna Dennis to represent you and set your case tomorrow at 1 p.m. and you get a total of $700 in bonds on your cases.
All right.
All right,
So I mean, I won't be getting out.
right. At least till
Okay.
tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, thanks, man.
Okay.
Nicholas.
What's your name, sir?
Nicholas Koenig.
All right, you have, let's see, a new charge of drug paraphernalia and criminal trespass, and then a bunch of failures to appear. Do you have any kind of mental health diagnosis?
No, not
No,
currently. Haven't been able to see.
just drugs. All right, so I'm gonna hold you on a $250 bond and appoint the public defender to represent you. No, go to any of the incident locations. And your next court date will be November 25th at 1:45.
So so am I being released tonight?
Got a $250 bond.
Okay. Sorry, send that check.
What's your name?
Moats.
All right, you've got a shoplift from 2022 and like 4 failures to appear, and then another bunch of cases and failures to appear. So I'm going to appoint Janet Altschuler to represent you, and you'll be seen in Marana City Court tomorrow at noon. I'll hold you on $250 bond. And that is it, sir.
Okay, thank you.
We'll send it. Down right there. Oh.
What's your name?
Desiree Glossinger.
Okay.
This is Desiree Olson. I'm still married, but I don't know.
Oh, we are going to continue, Miss Olson, you guys, because we didn't have the charges you were talking about, that there were new charges, right? Jail?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right, so we're going to continue, Miss Olson, to the morning.
Sounds good, Your Honor. Thank you.
Continues.
What's your name?
Joshua Robles.
All right, Mr. Robles, you have cases out of South Tucson, a whole bunch of criminal trespasses and a failure to appear. So I'm going to appoint Michael Vaughn to represent you, hold you on a $500 bond, and they will see you tomorrow at 10 o'clock.
45.
Then you've got a whole bunch of cases out of justice court for failure to appear on shoplifting. So I will set those for 1 o'clock tomorrow in order to not go back to the incident location. And you've got Jill Gookin already, so I will appoint her on all these cases and hold you on a $100 bond on each of those. And then looks like you also may have some, oops, city court. Does this look like all I have him on? It's just that failure to show proof? Is that what you're seeing on that? Yeah. Okay, I'll let me look and ask you if you can't figure it out. Just And then you haven't showed haven't showed your proof of substance abuse counseling. So I will accept time served in lieu of proof. Counseling. Closed except for fines due. All right, so you're done with your city court cases, but you gotta take care of your other one and you'll have lawyers on both of those, sir, and that's it.
Okay,
All right. That's it.
thank you.
What's your name, sir?
Carlos Rodriguez.
All right, Mr. Rodriguez, you have a new case of assault. And I am going to order you not to return to the incident location, no contact with the victim, and you need to come back to Justice Court on December 1st at 8:30, or a warrant will issue for your arrest. And then you have a city court petition to revoke your probation. And the allegations on that are that you failed to attend your court hearings. So I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you on those and hold you on a $500 bond. And your next court date will be November 24th at 1:45. And that's it, sir.
Right.
Mr. Terrace, I could not find probable cause on this felony criminal damage, and we tried to call the DPS officer and we couldn't. So I don't know what you want me to do, because if I dismiss it, then all we have is a misdemeanor DUI, or you dismiss it, for example.
And Judge, that's for Gomez.
Yes.
And with my recommendation being pretrial services, I think it's moot either way, because I think he's just released if it's dismissed. So I can move to dismiss if the court wants.
Okay. Yes. We're talking about Mr. Gomez, and I think what I would do, but I'll have to ask the clerk. So if we dismiss the felony, can we give him a court date on the justice court? Okay. All right. So Alma says we either have to dismiss the whole thing and have it refiled. And I know that the deputy tonight was going to call the DPS guy and tell him that that might happen. Because I just don't see any probable cause for the felony, because nobody said anything about how much damage there was. So,
Except for the police officer.
Mr. Terrace, do you want to dismiss them all, or do you want me to, what do you want to do?
Judge, we'll just move to dismiss everything.
Okay. All right, so Mr. Gomez, that does not mean these are going away. It means they'll probably be refiled and you'll get served and you'll have to come to court, or you're going to get a warrant, okay? So, but tonight they're gonna be dismissed because the officer didn't put enough information in it. All right?
All right.
Okay, thanks, Mr. Terrace.
Thank you.
Matthew.
Yes, sir.
What's your name, sir?
Lady Bottom.
All right, I've got a warrant for you out of justice court charging you from November 12th of this year with attempt to commit kidnapping and aggravated assault domestic violence. And counsel, the bond is $75,000 and the state's asking for $75,000 and I have a very high risk form 4. Do you have that, counsel? Do you have access?
I do not, that Your Honor. I hear what the court is saying. I think what I would, normally if it was an out of county warrant, I usually just defer to the court. We set a review hearing. However, Mr. Higginbottom was assessed at level 2. He's 35 years old and a longtime resident. He has children. They are not the alleged victims. He has his mother's support, and it was confirmed that he's able to come home. If I read it correctly, I apologize because I'm not looking at the pretrial report at this minute. The event was alleged to have happened November 12th, and then did the warrant issue the next day? It's not my understanding that he's either been arrested on this before or if he has, maybe it was dismissed and then refiled. I'm not entirely sure, but I think what I'd also ask the court to consider is that his priors are older and they are not similar to the allegations before the court this evening. So for those reasons, I would ask for the court to consider pretrial services release or simply a lower bond, noting that I don't have the form in front of me.
Okay. All right, well, given that the state is saying that this is a strangulation case and then also there's a history of substance abuse, it looks like those are all high risk factors. And given that the bond that's set on the warrant is set, I'm going to stick with that bond. I will release the defendant on a $75,000 bond. Pretrial services have posted. No contact with Miss Teague, no return to her residence. Do you have any guns, sir?
No, Your Honor.
No guns, no alcohol or illegal drugs, no acts of domestic violence. Did I say I'm going to appoint the public defender? I am. And the next court date will be a preliminary hearing December 1st at 1:30.
I think Your Honor.
Thank you.
Adam.
All right, what's your name, sir?
I'm Douglas Hinton.
All right, Mr. Hinton, you got warrants out of
Yes, I know.
Cochi court on a burglary from October 31st, 2024. That one's got a $15,000 secured bond set. And then the drug paraphernalia from 2022 has a $15,000 secured bond set. So I will hold him altogether on $15,000 and set it for a review in custody to see if they come to get you, okay? So your next court date will be on December 19th at 9 o'clock here if they haven't come to get you by then. And that's on those felonies that Mr. Hinton. And then you've got a bunch of city court cases remaining in the park after hours, drug paraphernalia. So I'm going to say that I will give you a court date of December 19th at 9 o'clock if you're out, but I'm gonna give you a public defender to see where you end up on these Cochise County cases. So the city public defender will follow along and see where you are. So a warrant doesn't get issued if you're actually still in custody, okay? But if you're not, you need to come to court, city court, to take care of all of those, December 19th.
Your Honor, is the review hearing also at that time?
It actually is. So
I didn't understand what you're saying.
I will say review hearing in Superior Court, same time. And so that way, at least, usually the public defenders with these kind of cases, they kind of follow everything along. So
Okay.
they'll know what's going on at that point, hopefully, and hopefully he'll be picked up before then. So
He has a legal defender for the review hearing, is that correct?
he doesn't have anybody, I don't think, for the review hearing. He has a lawyer in Cochise County is the assumption, and so we don't appoint anybody on these.
Right.
All right, thanks.
Warrants.
What's your name, sir?
Lawrence Michael Keenly.
Charged with third-degree burglary, felony criminal damage, 2 counts, trafficking in stolen property, and possession of burglary tools. And counsel, the state's asking for a $10,000 bond. Did you want to be heard?
Just briefly, Your Honor. In looking at the interim complaint, I would ask the court to consider his compliance with law enforcement. I would note that he's 41 and a longtime resident. That pretrial services was able to contact his mother who can provide support. It seems to me that Mr. Keenly, I believe, is a veteran and appears to have had some struggles. I am asking for the court to consider pretrial services release or just a lower bond.
Yep. Well, he does not have a good recommendation as far as return predictions to court. So I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent Mr. Keemley, order him not to go to the incident locations, no alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm going to hold him on a $7,500 bond, pretrial services if posted, and the preliminary hearing will be December 1st at 1:30.
May he be excused?
Yeah.
Amber.
All right. What's your name, ma'am?
Amber McCunhead.
All right, you have a warrant out of Superior Court for failure to appear for your initial appearance on charges from September of this year, possession of narcotic drugs and drug paraphernalia. Counsel's got a $500 bond. Did you want to be heard?
Your Honor, I'm just asking you to consider that she's before the court on new misdemeanor charges, and it seems that she's unhoused and unemployed. She just has these pending matters, so trial services release or a low bond.
Thank you.
I will hold Ms. McClellan on the $500 bond that was set in the warrant. Appoint the public defender, no alcohol or illegal drugs, pretrial services if posted, and the arraignment will be November 26th at 1:30. Then, Ms. McClanahan, you've got some city court cases. A new one from today. Drug paraphernalia, criminal trespass, so don't go back to the incident location, and then you've got some failures to appear on a shopping cart, things like that. So I am going to release you on those and give you a court date of December 19th at 9 a.m. If you're out, come to court. If you're not out of court, out of custody, I'm appointing the city public defender, so they'll follow along and talk to you about what you want to do with these cases if you're still in Superior Court custody, okay?
Thank you so much.
Francisco.
Hello,
What's your name, sir?
Francisco Pina.
All right, you're charged with third-degree burglary. And counsel, the state's asking for a $2,500 bond, and we do have a lot of failure to appear in other courts also. Did you want to be heard?
I'm just asking the court to consider his current circumstances financially, his indigency. Pretrial services was able to contact his mother, so he does have some support. And I would also just ask the court if, in considering release conditions, that he only has one felony conviction. It's not similar to the felony alleged here.
All right, I will appoint the public defender to represent Mr. Pina. I will order him not to go back to the incident location, no alcohol or illegal drugs. Release to pretrial services if he posted the $1,000 bond that I'm going to set, and December 1st at 1:30 will be the preliminary hearing. Mr. Pina, you have a $1,000 bond on that one, and then you have a justice court case, a shoplift with a failure to appear. So you're going to have a $100 bond on that one. And you will have, be set that one for tomorrow at 1 p.m. and you will have Alexander Ball represent you on that. And don't go back to the incident location. And then you have many city court cases. So on those, let's see. I am going to hold you on a $500 bond, appoint the city public defender to represent you, and set your next court on those on just November 25th at 1:45. And order you not to go back to any of the incident locations and no alcohol. And that's it, Mr. Pina.
Good.
I know. What's your name?
Jesse Ratliff.
Right, Mr. Ratliff, you are charged with third-degree burglary, possession of burglary tools, and possession of drug paraphernalia. And state's asking for a $2,500 bond, counsel.
Your Honor, I'm asking the court to consider that he is a long-time resident with no priors, just these pending matters. I do understand that there are some failures to appear on misdemeanor matters. I am asking the court for pretrial services release for a low bond.
I got a spinal fusion recently.
And it appears that Mr. Ratliff would like the court to know that he also is suffering from a spinal injury at this time. So I do believe that being released would allow him to get the care that he needs.
Okay. All right, I am going to appoint the public defender to represent Mr. Ratliff. Order him not to return to the incident location. No drugs or alcohol. Pretrial services. If the bond is posted, and the bond will be $2,500. Preliminary hearing will be December 1st at 1:30. Then Mr. Ratliff has 3 different failures to appear in justice court for shoplifting, drug paraphernalia, theft and criminal damage and other criminal damage. So on those, let's see. I will appoint Anna Dennis to represent you. And order you not to go back to any of the incident locations. And hold you on $250 alert bonds on those, and your next court date will be tomorrow at 1 p.m. in justice court. And then you have a city court case. And I will have to get to that in a second because I have so many of these special cases to do. All right, and then you have a city court case, just one. And that has a warrant from 2025, and that is a shoplift also. So I am going to release you on that and set it for December 19th at 9 o'clock. If you're out, come to court. If you're not out, your city public defender will keep you up to date on what's going on. And that's it.
Mohammed.
What's your name?
Hamza.
All right, looks like I have a Superior Court warrant for your failure to appear on a narcotic drug violation and a drug paraphernalia violation. And that's got a $5,000 bond on it, counsel. And then he has new charges of burglary and possession of burglary tools. So do you want to be heard on any of this before I get to all of his felony or all of his misdemeanor failures to appear to?
Sure, I am, picking up that the court is likely to hold him. I'm just asking the court to consider that he is a longtime resident, was currently unemployed. I'm asking the court to consider his indigency. And I would just note that I think he needs to be assigned someone other than a public defender.
Okay, we do have a legal defender on this one, so. All right, so I will appoint the legal defender's office to represent Mr. Taha, and then on this warrant case, I'm gonna hold him on the $5,000 bond that's on the warrant and order him not to go to the incident location, no alcohol or illegal drugs, pretrial services if the bond is posted, and the arraignment will be November 26th at 1:30. Then on the other new felony, I am gonna order him, that probably should be the one that I'm telling him not to go to the incident location on. So if we're giving him a legal defender on one, but Henry Jacobs on the other, what should we be doing? It should be Henry Jacobs on everything. Okay, so I'll go back to the other one and we will give Henry Jacobs to the defendant on all of these. No alcohol or illegal drugs, don't go to the incident location. $5,000 bond on that one too, and that one will be a preliminary hearing of December 1st at 1:30. And then I will go back on the other one and make sure that Mr. Jacobs represents the defendant on everything. Hold on. And then Mr. Taha, you have a bunch of city court cases and failures to appear. So I am going to, hold you on a $500 bond on all of those, give you a city public defender, and set your court date for November 25th at 1:45 in city court. And that should be it, you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Judge.